Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Hello students, welcome to Swayam Prabha. The course title is Principles of Marketing. The lecture title is Developments in Marketing Part 1. This is Module 14, Lecture 2. I am Dr. Shoma Sengupta, Associate Professor Commerce, Kamla Nehru College, University of Delhi. In this lecture, we will study rural marketing, characteristics, drivers of growth in rural marketing, and the rural marketing mix. Concept of rural marketing. Now, in recent years, rural markets have acquired significance as the overall growth of the economy has resulted in substantial increase in the purchasing power of the rural communities. On account of Green Revolution, the purchasing power of rural customers has improved. They are consuming a large quantity of industrial and urban manufactured products. So, a special marketing strategy, namely rural marketing or hinterland marketing, has emerged. Rural marketing is a process of developing, pricing, promoting, and distributing rural specific goods and services, leading to desired exchange with rural customers to satisfy their needs and wants and also to achieve organizational objectives. Nature or characteristics of rural marketing. Rural markets are large, diverse, and scattered. Large number of regions, villages scattered all over the country. That comes under rural market. Difficult to cover thinly populated areas and scattered rural markets. So they are not concentrated. They are scattered all over, especially in a vast country like India. Now, accessibility problems are there, especially remote villages or in difficult terrains. If they are there, less number of shops are available to market the products in such regions. There is a problem of transportation and communication also in such areas. The major income source of rural market is agriculture. So since agriculture is the main source, rural prosperity is tied to the agricultural prosperity. If there are crop failures, that will result in lowering their income and consumption, and then they will not purchase the product. So if the crop doesn't fail, then it is beneficial for the marketers. Green Revolution has improved their income and prosperity, and so is the demand for different types of products. Moreover, for urban, when the urban expansion took place, many of the rural areas were taken up by the urban developers. So huge amount of money went to these areas, and they are purchaser of different types of automobiles and luxury goods as well. So another thing is heterogeneous. In terms of socio-economic condition, they are heterogeneous. They differ in terms of not only their religious belief, caste, custom, and culture, but also if we talk about the income levels, they differ in terms of income as well. Low literacy level. Large percentage of population is illiterate. Audio and video media are more suitable than print media in such areas. But now the literacy rate is improving. Education level and awareness is also increasing. Traditional outlook. Old traditions and customs are valued in rural areas. Young and educated people in rural areas are now adopting modern lifestyle. So there is a growing demand for for different kind of products in such areas. Improved demand of consumer goods and automobiles is happening in such areas. Low purchasing power earlier, but now improved disposable income is there. Majority they live below the poverty line, and low per capita income is there, but also uncertain income because it is tied with the agricultural prosperity. But slowly, because of different schemes, there is growth of employment over there, and that's why purchasing power is also increasing. Then media habits. They go for music, folklore, nautanki, gramophone announcements rather than the regular media. But now television has entered each and every household, and even computers are making an entry. At least one computer in one village, one center may be there. So the media habits, although they are traditional, but now they are shifting towards more of television also. Seasonal demand. The demand for goods are seasonal and irregular because it is tied with agricultural income. Diverse socio-economic background is there, dispersion of geographical areas and uneven land fertility, that has resulted in diverse socio-economic background. Rural people have different socio-economic backgrounds. This is a challenge to the rural marketing. Inadequate infrastructure is there. Roads, warehouses, communication system, financial facilities are inadequate. Physical distribution is hence a challenge. Low standard of living is there, low per capita income, low literacy level, but now slowly it is improving. So these are the nature or characteristics of rural marketing. Importance of rural marketing. Employment generation. Nearly 70% of the total Indian population feeds on agricultural activities in rural areas. Growth of rural marketing leads to increased business operation, professional activities and services in such areas also, generates a lot of employment opportunities. Then second is why to go for rural marketing, because rapid economic growth can be ensured through rural marketing. Agriculture, you know that it contributes to total national income and enjoys significant portion in export business. Rural marketing improves agricultural sector, and improved agricultural sector can boost whole economy of the country. It increases business opportunities in the rural market, and rural market has the more potential for consumer durables and services. Another reason why we should go for rural market is that it ensures balanced regional growth. Rural development improves the rural life, reduces the gap between rural and urban development. Next is improved standard of living. Rural buyers can easily access standard goods and services at fair prices, improves their rural infrastructure, improves income in rural economy, leading to improved standard of living. So now the income is improving, and that's why the standard of living is also improving. Development of agro-based industry is happening. This leads to setting up agro-based processing industries in those areas, improves farmers' profit margin and employment opportunities. Other reasons which prompt rural marketing are easy marketability of agricultural produce. Rural marketing improves the whole marketing system and the options for the farmers and the local producers to market their products. Big domestic corporate houses and multinational companies prefer to buy agricultural products directly from villages. Rural producers can sell their produces easily at satisfactory prices. Improved rural infrastructure. Basic infrastructure like transportation, insurance, banking, communication, entertainment, and all other facilities are improving with the increase in rural marketing. Optimum utilization of rural untapped resources is possible through rural marketing. Rural areas offer unlimited business opportunities, and rural marketing helps in utilizing the untapped and underutilized resources at optimum level. That can further accelerate the growth of economic growth and also the balanced regional growth. So these are the importance of rural marketing. Attractiveness of rural marketing. Rural marketing offers opportunity to the producers to sell their products. Large population is the first reason behind it. Still, large chunk of India's population stays in rural areas and they demand different types of products. So because of that, the businesses are seeing a business opportunity over there. Then growth in consumption and lifestyle changes are taking place. Now they are aware of, because of the communication and radio and television, they know about different types of products, and therefore their consumption pattern is changing. They also desire all such products which are bought by urban customers. Then growth of Indian agricultural industry post Green Revolution has seen increase in rural income, and as the income increase, they desired for all types of product. Then rapid improvement of infrastructure took place, and because of that, it is easier to go for rural marketing, because now infrastructural facilities like transportation, insurance, and banking is improving in rural areas. Now, other factors are like social indicators show a considerable improvement in different areas, right from if you take about whether they are literate or not, education level, their income level, and this also motivates the producers to sell goods in such areas, because the demand of such products is improving. Then rural marketing is not expensive at all in comparison to urban marketing. You can use the different channels, media, which is suitable for the rural audience to sell the products or promote the products, like Nautanki and gramophone announcements and all that can be done. Low penetration rate in rural areas is there. Other companies, they are not entering the rural areas, so you can take benefit of that. Then proliferation of large format rural retail stores is happening, that is actually boosting sale of goods of the producers in retail sector, rural retail sector. So these are the attractiveness of rural market. Let us discuss the roadblocks of Indian rural markets. Now, you know that although the manufacturers, they know that rural market offers great opportunity, but the task is not that simple. First of all, low standard of living is there. Number of people below the poverty line is more. Underdeveloped market is there. So it poses a challenge. Low literacy rate is there. Then problem of communication is faced by the marketer. Print media is of less utility than other media. Low per capita income also poses another problem, that agriculture is the main source of income. Spending depends upon monsoon and yield, and demand is not stable or regular. Another problem is diversity. The language problem is there. Different languages, culture, behavior, preferences is a big challenge. Local sales force who can understand these things are required to capture the rural market. Another problem is of transportation and warehousing facility. Many villages do not have proper road linkage. Physical distribution is very tough in such situation. Marketers use tractor or bullock carts to distribute their product. Organized warehousing is also absent in such areas. Then there is ineffective distribution channels. Large number of intermediaries are needed, which increases the cost and administrative problems. Lack of infrastructural support, and hence manufacturers are reluctant to open outlets there. Loyal dealers are not available who will carry and promote your product. Then there is a problem of imitation and spurious brands. Poor imitator produces deceptive, spurious, fake, copycat products, dupes the gullible customers, offers margins and credit facility to the stores or retailers. So they keep all these imitation products rather than the real products. Lack of communication system is there, lack of quick communication system, infrastructure, low literacy, and traditional behavior creates problem for effective communication. And finally, dispersed markets. That also poses problems of communication. Lot of marketing efforts in terms of distribution and communication is required. The rural marketing mix. Now, in order to maximize customer satisfaction and repeat purchase of rural customers, rural marketing involves reaching the rural customers, understanding their needs and wants, supply goods and services to meet their requirements, carrying out after sales services that leads to customer satisfaction. The focus is on consumer, on learning what they need and want rather than trying to persuade them to buy whatever is being produced. So this is the problem with rural marketing, that most of the time the company going for rural markets, they force them with products which were meant for urban customers. So you have to make certain changes in the marketing mix to capture the rural market. Rural marketing strategy involves an integration of the four elements of marketing mix, that is the product, price, promotion and place or physical distribution. Product strategy. Before designing a product strategy, in-depth research is needed to understand mind of the rural audience and their needs, their buying criteria and purchase pattern, their purchasing power. Also avoid dumping urban products onto the rural markets. Launching a completely stripped down version of the urban product is also a problem, and offering them at a lowest price in the rural markets will not do. So avoid such strategy. In fact, create a different kind of product for the rural market depending upon the type of the product. What required to be done then? Introduce a product with essential features needed by the rural market, for which they are willing to pay. That is, they want value added features. Redefine the value in the minds of consumers to increase product acceptability. Another product strategy is small unit packing. Low per capita income and purchasing habit of the rural consumers to buy small packs should be taken care of. Single serve packets and sachets are popular in rural India. It allows to buy only the required amount, experiment with new products and conserve cash. So for products like shampoos, biscuits, cough drops or tablets, this type of strategy is used. New product design. Rural lifestyle, rough handling, power fluctuations, less knowledge of technicalities and ability to read user manuals, these are the characteristics of rural market. So the product has to be modified. The modified version suitable for such environment is desired. Utility oriented product. The consumers are more concerned with utility of the product and its appearance. Refill packs or reusable packaging is also popular. Containers are put to multiple uses by the rural people. So attractive packages helps in attracting the rural audience. And lastly, brand name. Brand name and logo should be easy to remember and pronounce, with which rural audience can identify themselves with. So these are the product strategy. Coming to pricing strategy, marketers should remember that the rural consumer is not a miser but demands value for money in every purchase. They have a cash flow problem rather than a budget problem. They are price sensitive and good at doing mental calculation of unit prices. Receives funds only twice a year. At this time, he is capable of making high value purchases. At all other times, the unit price is critical and also the price, that is the pack size. Low cost or price of the package. This is another strategy that is related to product strategy. So price can be kept low by low unit packaging. For example, Parle-G has introduced 1 rupee pack with 2 biscuits only. So that is about the low cost strategy. Next consideration under pricing strategy is application of value engineering. In food industry, like for example, soya protein is used instead of milk protein. Milk protein is expensive, so you can use a substitute like soya protein, which though the nutrition content is both of them is the same, but the price of soya protein is much less. So you can use that while selling the product in the rural market. The aim is to reduce the cost of the product so that a larger segment can afford it and also market expansion will be possible. Then large volume, low margin technique can be used. Rapid or slow penetration strategy it is called. Marketers should focus on generating large volumes and not big profit margins. If price leads to good volume, still it will generate good returns on capital employed. Overall efficiency and passing on the benefits to the customers. Cut down the production, distribution and advertising cost. Pass on these benefits to the customers to further increase the turnover. Then finally, the low volume, low price strategy can be used, reducing the price by reducing the package size to make it appear affordable. And this is used for FMCG products. Maintaining the price point is extremely critical in case of rural marketing. Third is promotion strategy. The characteristics of rural market or rural consumer are they like to touch and feel a product before making a choice. Illiteracy problem is there. So the effective mode of promotion are audiovisual media. The visual communication is very effective. Demonstrations shapes their purchase decisions. Use of video using mobile vans or large screen video walls is also becoming popular. Alliance with cottage industries, panchayats, post offices for advertising is another mode. Word of mouth is also a key influencer. Customized promotional media and messages are needed. Another promotion strategy is think global and act global. Their ethos and simple living habits need to be understood. Theme need to revolve around universal themes. The story of the campaign or the advertisement should revolve around their themes such as family love, storyline, language and idioms with which they can relate to should be used. Think in local idiom. Use of language writer who understands the rural pulse better. So like Thanda matlab Coca-Cola. So that was the catchline to cater to the rural audience. Simplicity and clarity should be there, should be easily understood and doesn't confuse them. Highlight functional values of the product and how it can make their life better or solve any of their problems. Choice of brand endorser or ambassador is also very important. Urban successes might not get replicated in the rural market. This should be popular among the rural audience with whom they can associate themselves with. Like Amitabh Bachchan has the rural appeal, or Govinda has the rural appeal. So they can be good brand endorsers. Use of mass media is very helpful, like television, cinema, radio are very popular channels. Use of other media like gramophones, public announcement systems, nukkad nataks, notankis, local vernacular newspapers are also very popular. Personal selling and opinion leaders is another strategy. Salesmen should develop a rapport with rural customer and help him in choosing the product. Rural people depend on views of their opinion leaders like panchayat members, elders. So they should be roped in and they should be convinced first. Use of sales promotion, that is also very popular in promotion strategy. Reusable packaging, discount coupons, off-season discounts, free samples, encourage spending. Lucky draws and gift schemes are also a major hit in rural population. So these are the promotion strategies. Finally, place or distribution strategy. Distribution in rural market is crucial and is difficult. It must be strengthened to raise the investment cost barriers for new entrants so that new entrants should not enter. You become popular in that area. Rural customers are spread over the whole country and they are thinly populated also, chunks here, there. Millions of shops located in vastly diverse areas are there. Meager sale, credit sale, these are the problems. Rural wealth and demand is concentrated typically at satellite towns, that is near the urban areas, district headquarters and such central locations. Otherwise, the poverty is prevalent in most of the rural areas. So the roadblocks to reach the rural customers are lack of adequate transport facilities, large distance between villages, lack of pakka roads connecting villages to nearest townships, lack of proper retail outlets, lack of mass media infrastructure. So what should be the place strategies then? Use of cooperative society is one good idea. Public distribution system, multi-purpose distribution centers like petroleum and oil companies are doing that. Feeder markets or mandi towns can be roped in. Shandis or hearts or melas, there you can sell your products. Through agricultural input dealers, you can promote the product and distribute the product. Joint distribution by non-competing companies and non-competing competing and non-competing companies can be done. Personal selling networks can also help in distribution in rural areas. So, rural marketing is a process of developing, pricing, promoting, and distributing rural specific goods and services, leading to desired exchange with rural customers to satisfy their needs and wants, and also to achieve organizational objectives. Rural markets are characterized as large, diverse, and scattered, major income source being agriculture with poor infrastructure and literacy rate. Rural marketing strategy involves an integration of 4 elements of marketing mix: product, price, promotion, and physical distribution. Thank you, students. So this was Developments in Marketing Part 1, Module 14, Lecture 2.